Hello everyone and welcome back to Rags to Riches with Grimsby for the start of the new season. And as the title would suggest, we've had a bit of a rebuild because, well, we needed to, especially after the run of results in the last season where we can see we lost, 6 games in a row. So hopefully we can start the season off well, we'll see. But I'll show you what transfers we've made. The first person we brought in was Bobby Thomas, who we actually got on a free, and he's a centre-back. He's 3.5 star, which for us now means a good League One player, whereas I'm pretty sure 3.5 star before meant maybe even like just leading League Two, so we certainly have moved up a bit. We actually bought for quite a bit of a fee, £49,000 we spent on this guy, Alex Bass, who is going to be our goalkeeper. He says decent League One, 3 star, but he has got 4 star potential, but he is 26, so who knows? Probably not going to improve too much. And the last time he actually played was with Sunderland and he got an average rating of 6.4. So not great, but honestly, he was the only keeper I could find. Didn't have the thing where they don't enjoy big matches, because that was the problem with both of our keepers. Otherwise, I probably would have just kept them. But yeah, like I say, he was the only person we could find. And then we also brought in Josh Koroma. He is sort of a left winger striker. Doesn't look that great, to be honest, but he was literally just a backup. He's got 2.5 star at the moment, which means good National League, so definitely not really getting into the first team, but then 4 star potential, so he could be all right. It says he could be a leading League One player. Again, he's 25, so not a huge amount of room for growth, but if he does get there, that'll be good. And to be honest, at the time we made that transfer, he was like 3.5 star. So yeah, it shows how much more we've improved the squad. And you can see we've done a lot more transfers as well. So here we brought in, to be honest, a lot of them have been loans. We brought in a considerable amount of loans, but we brought in Chem Campbell on a loan. He's a 4 star, 5 star potential. Again, the potential doesn't really matter when we bring him on loan, but he's going to be a left winger or right winger. He can play in both, so that's very good for us. J. Rich Baguelu. Probably not saying that right. I'm just going to call him Jay. He's another centre-back. Again, not going to be our starting centre-back, but a good backup. He's got decent potential. He's got 16 determination as well, so that's pretty good. We've got Adrian Blake, who we brought in on loan as well. 3.5 star. He's going to be our main left winger. That is that. He is going to be the first team left winger. He's only 19 years old. He's got potential to be Premier League standard, so was very good getting him. He's worth like 6 mil, and we are paying £3,000 a week for him, but I think it's worth it. We've also brought in Will Greenwich. He's going to be our right back. He's pretty much our main right back. He's really not great. He's a good National League player, but I could not find anybody else. Transfer window is still open though, so I am looking for a decent right back. That is the main position we're a little bit weak in, to be honest. We brought in Graham Dodds on loan from Hull City. He is pretty much our main striker. 3.5 star, League One standard player. He's got 16 finishing. His physicals are pretty decent. 18 determination. Hopefully, he's going to be good for us and get a few more goals than the likes of Joe Pigott and Baker Richardson did last season, which wasn't that many. We brought in Isaac Smith on loan from Man City. 3.5 star, League One standard player. He's going to be one of our main centre-backs probably. And then lastly, we've brought in Chem Campbell on loan from Wolves. Again, he's a 4 star, League One standard player. He, I think, is going to be our main right winger, but he can play on the left as well. So, again, another very useful option when they're able to play in both positions. In terms of transfers out, no one particularly exciting. We did manage to sell Stephen Wern to Forest Green for 34k, which was pretty decent money, to be honest. So, he pretty much paid for the sort of 50k we paid for Alex Bass. On top of that, we've sent a couple of guys out on loan, so Harvey Sayer, he's out on loan. Louis Boyd. And then we got rid of Richard Bryan because we were never really going to use him. He was a right back as well. But now, with all those transfers done, this is the sort of line-up and tactic I've been training them with. It's sort of like a custom wing play, as it says. So we've got mentality balanced, focusing play down the left and the right, passing to space, tempo is slightly higher. But we have got the mid-block on with the standard defensive line just to try and give a little bit more defensive solidity. This is what the assistant manager seems to suggest is our best 11. So, of course, we've got Dodds there, Campbell, Blake, Morris, Clifton, Rosita, Thomas, Smith, Glennon, Greenwich and Bass. Not a huge amount of players from the previous season, as you could probably tell. We've still got Glennon. He's still there. I think we still had Morris and Clifton. I think they were from the previous season. Honestly, we didn't play that many games with them, so I can't actually remember. Our overall squad depth is pretty good. We have, we've culled the squad because before the beginning of the season, as we know, we had 30-odd players. We now have 25. So we've got the right amount of players, I would say, for a team in England. We did not need like 36 players. Yeah, it really is left back and right back where we need to make some good signings because, we've still got Glennon, so we haven't been able to sign a left back. And in right back, I know we brought in Will Greenwich. In the end, turns out he's not really that good. He doesn't enjoy big matches. He's only 2.5 star, which is good National League. So really, we do need to be trying to find a right back. But like I say, there isn't a lot, and we are £118 over the wage budget. So we literally can't bring anyone in, to be honest. We would probably have to get rid of one of our right backs. So maybe Charlie Wellens, we're paying £2,700 for. In terms of what the board want us to do this season, they want us, again, to attempt to avoid relegation. So that basically means they think we're getting relegated. They want us to be competitive in the FA Cup, in the EFL Cup, and reach the knockout stages of the Papa John's Trophy. The media prediction was 23rd, but that was before our signings. Now, after our signings, if we go to the season preview, we're predicted 18th. So fair bit better, a few positions above the relegation zone, but still going to be a pretty big fight, I think. But we'll have to see. We'll go into this first game. We are playing Oxford away from home in our first game. They're a pretty decent side. Their media prediction is 9th, so overall, I'm not expecting to win this one, I would say. They recommend we go positive. You know what? We'll give it a go. We'll try to be a little bit more attacking. We'll do the assistant manager's suggestion for the squad selection, and this is what it's come up with. Overall, I think it's pretty decent. You can tell our main strength is definitely in the attack. Apart from Bobby Thomas, he's definitely a good centre-back. That was a good signing, I would say. Probably one of the best we've done. You can see our entire front three are loans. So 20 minutes in, and literally nothing has happened. We've got no highlights at all. We've had 4 shots. They've had 5. 28 minutes in, though, we do finally have ourselves a highlight. We're on the ball. It is with Campbell. Moves it on to Greenwich, the new player in the right back who gets tackled, but gets the ball back. At least if he's going to get tackled, he'll get the ball back. On to Bass. Can he show us what he can do? He's just going to run all the way out and then pass it on to Smith. Fine. Hunt. Over to Dodds, who isn't able to get onto it. Why didn't he just carry on running? He just stopped. That was a bit weird. Oxford are now on the ball. You can see we are certainly sitting in that sort of mid-block, and they've still managed to get it over our defence, and Murphy tries to chip the keeper, but he's not able to do it. I don't know why he tried to chip there. He could have just, done a place shot, and it probably would have been okay. Long ball over, but nobody to pick it up. Oxford still on the ball now, passing it out from the back. Can we do anything here? Blake manages to make the tackle. That's good. Tries to get it onto Dodds, but, that was never getting to him, was it? Moore onto McGann. Over to Murphy. Defenders decide that they don't want to do anything, and Bass actually makes a very, very good save, to be honest. Has pumped him up to a 7 rating. But they do have a corner. They're going to put it in. No one's able to get onto it quite yet, but Sweeney onto Brannigan. Pike probably going to go for a shot there, and he gets it in the net. And that is a goal for Oxford. 32 minutes in. I can't really complain. That was a fantastic strike. We'll see that again on the replay. Brings it down there. Tries to go for the strike initially, but it's blocked. But then he just smacks it in. Our keeper was never getting to that. Never. We've swapped the mentality to cautious, and we're going to see if that allows us to hit them on the counter. Probably not, but at least we'll be slightly more defensively solid, I guess. But 47 minutes in, and we have a very early highlight, and it is Oxford on the ball. We managed to get it back, but it gets passed back to Bass in the end. Kicks it very, very far. Not sure what's happening here. Smith onto Brannigan, Sweeney. Not much is happening here. Can we make a tackle? That would be quite nice. They do like passing it around here. Bit of short passing from Oxford. Through to Baldock, and that's going to be a goal, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. 2-0. What can we do? What can we do? Do we just go high press and hope? Right, here we go. Greenwich, what can you do? Through ball onto Dodds, and he might be able to put that in, but no. It came off the defender, and O'Leary picked it up. That was the closest we got to a goal, though. Don't know what's happening there. That was a bit weird. Right, Hunt. What can he do with it? Something would be useful. Might be able to do a long ball over to Dodds. No, Campbell. He does the through ball onto Dodds. Can he put it in the net? He does. We've got one back. We have got one back. We set it to positive. We set it to basically a gegenpress. And we've got one back. We just need to get another one now. We start with a throw-in. It's going to be Smith. Long ball trying to get to Dodds. But Sweeney's able to pick it up. But Dodds gets it back, but passes it to literally nobody. What was that? He literally just passed it into the defence. But Dodds makes a tackle. Oh my God, I thought that was it. How do you make the tackle that close and then still manage to fail to put it in the net? Oh my God. Anyway, Murphy has managed to find the gap, and what was that tackle? What was that tackle? Bobby Thomas, we were just talking about how good you are, and you do that. And now you're giving him a penalty, and it's going to be 3-1, isn't it? Bass makes a save. Okay, maybe it's not going to be 3-1. Bass makes up for the terrible mistake from Thomas. I've realised we just haven't made any subs here. Right, Thomas is coming off. Dinzei, you can come on. Blake hasn't been playing overly well, so I think Coroma, maybe? I don't know. Wellens. He's even worse. Okay. Maguire, Drew, you can have a game. Dodge, you'll stay on because you've actually been playing well. We don't have any DMs to be able to put on. Maybe put Hunt down there and then bring on Macaulay King. We've got 3 minutes to be able to get the equaliser, but I don't think it's coming. No, that's it. Full time, 2-1. Honestly, not the worst performance. Not the worst performance. Alex Bass getting a 7.8 rating, saving a penalty. You can't really get a better debut than that, to be honest. Of course, Dodds scores on his debut as well, so that's pretty decent. But, well, this isn't great. Graham Dodds pulled an abdominal muscle during a weight session in training and is out for 2 to 4 weeks. Brilliant. That means he's going to miss quite a few games, I think. So he's going to miss these two, those two. He's going to miss like 6 to 8 games. So either Piggott or Baker Richardson are going to have to try and score some goals. More than they did last season, to be honest. Realised I didn't show you our friendlies. They actually didn't go too badly. We didn't lose a friendly. We won 3 of them, drew 2 of them, so not terrible. Okay, so it is now time for us to play Peterborough in the Carabao Cup. So we are at home. We've gone for a more attacking tactic because I think if we just sit back, then Peterborough will be able to just walk all over us. So we've gone for a more attacking, direct. See if it works. Again, fully not expecting to win this game, but if we can, then that would be great. But if we can't, then oh well. Wouldn't be the best start to the season, having 2 losses in a row. Well, we didn't have a single highlight in the first half. So that was fun. You can see we had 3 shots, 2 on target. They had 2, but none of them really amounted to anything. You can see the XG is just nothing really. Possession, it's been neck and neck. We've had 49, they've had 51. So overall, not the most exciting first half of football, to be honest. Let's see if we can get a bit more in the second half. And our wish has come true because we've got a highlight straight away. Blake has got the ball, passes it on to Piggott, onto Campbell on the wing. He's going to run it down there, but nobody's really in the box for him to pass it to. On to Morris. Clifton shoots it into the right-hand corner of the net. We're actually leading against Peterborough, a championship side. But 48 minutes in, they do have a free kick. What can Poku do with it? Tries to give it on to Tomlinson. Not much able to do it, but Mensah has got it. He's just going to run it straight into the net, isn't he? Maybe not. Maybe not. He gets into the area, but yeah, that was a pretty crap shot. Can't lie. Right, 67 minutes in. Peterborough are back on the ball. Long ball over to Jones. Doesn't look like Greenwich is able to get onto it, and Bass makes a save. That is a very, very crucial save. They do have a corner, and this is always worrying. Always worrying. Burrows. He's going to put it into the box. We do clear it, but not overly well because Poku brings it back onto Burrows. And Smith does actually make the interception, but it seems like they were offside anyway, so it doesn't really matter. 72 minutes in. 4, 5. They've gone for a 5 at the back, weirdly. We need to make some subs. Smith is playing really well. Thomas, we can bring on Dinzay, I think. Greenwich for Wellens. Maybe Clifton for Hunt. I think that'll do. We are actually in the middle of a highlight. It's Morris onto Greenwich. Long ball over to Piggott. I'm almost certain he's offside. Yeah, there we go. He was miles offside. we have a free kick here, and he actually passes it on to Glennon. That was a bit of a weird one. Back over to Hunt. What can he do with it? He just gets the goal. What is going on? We are beating Peterborough. What is going on? 89 minutes in. We got another highlight. It's Glennon. Tries to get it onto Hunt, but they make the interception, but Wellens gets it back. Long ball over to Campbell. Through onto Piggott. Turns around and he gets it in, and it's 3-0. 3-0. Fine. We should probably make another sub. Blake Nom, I guess, maybe. I keep changing his name every time. Anyway, then bring on Baglio. We got 4 minutes of added time. They might get themselves a consolation goal here. I think a bit of complacency has probably crept in with our players, but it really doesn't matter if they do. Smith makes interception, to be fair. Tries to get a long ball over to Piggott, but yeah, that wasn't going to happen, and this is probably going to be it. There we have it. We've actually won a game of football, and it's against a championship side. In a game that really... I mean, we had 8 shots, 6 on target, but apparently was only 0.59 XG. I mean, to be fair, the 3 goals that were scored were very, very good goals. They weren't easy goals at all. But I'm not going to complain. I very much did not expect to win that. I think the board are going to be pretty happy with that as well. Somehow we have won that game. I don't know. That's going to give the lads a fair bit of confidence, I think, as well. Yeah, dressing room is very good. I mean, to be fair, Peterborough are a team that are predicted to be 20th, but even so, a championship team, 3-star reputation, estimated value of 44 million. Very, very happy with that. I think I'm going to actually... I know I said I was going to try that mid-block, but this slightly more direct, higher pressing tactic, I mean, it at least beat Peterborough. We got to give it a go in the league, but yeah, overall, not too bad. Lost to Oxford, but then beat Peterborough. We've got a few games coming up here. We'll come back maybe sometime in September. We'll see. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that fantastic stuff. And I'll see you next time.